Hey everyone, real quick before we dive into today's video, let me ask you a couple questions. Do you struggle with your mindset or some of the habits that you have? Or are you currently seeking to learn and grow and getting as much personal development in your life as possible but don't know where to begin? If that sounds like you or someone you know, please send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Or you can email me at chris.mccarthy@genesis2revelations.com. And I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you to see where I can help you. With that, let's jump into today's video.
The world is full of abundance and opportunity, but far too many people come to the fountain of life with a sieve instead of a tank car, a teaspoon instead of a steam shovel. They expect little, and as a result, they get little. Ben Sweetland. Welcome everybody to the podcast. This is episode 37 of Let's Be Real. And like always, let's jump into a little bit of gratitude time. So, I'm thankful and grateful for all the abundance in my life, the abundance of wealth, the abundance of love, and all of these other things that I have received over the course of my life, and even still receiving today. And so in case you haven't caught it, today we're going to be talking about abundance. And so what is the definition of meaning of abundance? Well, abundance means plenty or a very large quantity of something. It is the innate tendency of nature and or life to manifest, grow, and become more abundant. It is the tendency of the life force to produce more and create more of everything. There is always new trees, new plants, new fruit, new grass, new oxygen, everything. There's an abundance of it. New things are constantly being invented. New cars are being produced. New houses are being built. New jobs are being created. Life is full of abundance. But we get so caught up in being scarce about things, this scarcity mindset. Just like scientists say that the universe is always expanding and growing, and even new stars are being created. Now, I know a lot of you scientific people out there are probably thinking, well, according to scientific law, matter cannot be created nor destroyed. Well, that is true. But what's happening a lot of the times is things are being broken down, things are being shifted, created into newer things by taking something old and making it new. Therefore, there is an abundance of resources. There is abundance of things out there for you if you are willing to do it. So, to counteract all you scientific people coming in, not to attack you. I'm just saying. I think that way too. I know nothing new can be created. Anyways, moving on. So, what is abundance and how does it manifest? Well, what does abundant mean? We went over that. It's the many things. There's abundance in love. There's abundance in friendships, opportunities, fun, food, good deeds, energy, tree, grass, water. I can go on and on and on and on. Because all of these things you can find prosperity in. You can find bountiful amounts of. It's insane if you think about it. And this is something that I think about a lot when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm feeling in a scarcity type mindset, or I start to feel that kind of coming in. I will stare out the window and I will look at the creatures that are outside, the squirrels, the birds, the butterflies, the insects, everything. And I look at them and I go, they don't sit there and wonder, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to pay my rent? Oh my gosh, am I going to be able to buy food? All of these things that we worry about. Now, don't get me wrong. These are real things to worry about and try to get, things done. But at the same time, they go out, they find food. They go out, they make their shelter, they find shelter. Yes, they are simple creatures. They have simple lifestyles, and I'm sure that a lot of people are getting lost in the translation of this, trying to use this comparison. But the point is, it helps me remember that a lot of our problems that we have are not abundance problems. They're mindset problems. Because if we were to think abundantly, if we were to realize that there is an abundant amount of things out there for us, so take into account that you own a house and you have a backyard. You know what you could do with that backyard? You could turn half of it into a garden. And there you go. You have an abundance of food. People don't think that way because they're in the scarcity mindset of, oh my God, how am I going to get food? Well, if you take the problem and you go, how can I get food but don't have a lot of money? Let's think about it for a little bit. What are some ways you could do that? Well, you could work an extra job to get more money. You could plant and grow your own food to get more food and have to spend less money. You can set up things with neighbors or friends or whatever. If they have a plentiful amount of food, then you can offer your time or services for something. Like there's tons of ways to figure things out, people. You just got to think about it. And I think a lot of the times we put too much energy into the stress and worry of it and sit there and go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do if I can't get it? Versus what can I do to get it? Do you see the mental aspect there? A lot of people get confused with the words of I can't, I won't, I shouldn't, I can't, don't. All of these negative words. Now, they're not negative as per se like a negative sign or whatever. Anyway, I don't know how I'm trying to figure that one out. But the thing is they have negative connotation, meaning you can put them in front of things and it makes something negative, like a negative sign on a number. That's where I was going with that. So when you flip those words to I can, I should, I will, I want, I will have this, like you now reverse that negative connotation into a positive connotation. So it helps you manifest towards the positive energy and the abundant energy rather than towards the negative side. So the other thing you can do is, as a way to attract and have this abundance in your life, is affirmations. Affirmations can help you attract money, find love, build positive habits, so much more. I think affirmations is one of the biggest things when it comes to the abundance mindset. If you feel that you are not a part of the abundance of the universe, it is because you don't let yourself think in unlimited ways. So this goes back to the whole prowess of that negative mindset, that negative connotation in front of I can't have X. I shouldn't do X. All of these different things are negative connotations. So to put into affirmations would be doing the positive side. And this is where the abundance starts to come in. So you limit your thoughts to the things that exist in your life right now. You're only focused on the things that you currently have rather than what you can have. And you're not expanding your vision and horizon to greater opportunities. There is an abundance in the universe and everyone is part of it, no matter where you live. And in retrospective to your situation and your circumstances. So now, I say this because obviously if you live in, I don't know, let's say, what's a good place to choose? Because I don't want to offend anybody, obviously. But, let's say you live in the Sahara Desert. There we go. Obviously, there's not an abundant amount of water. There's not an abundant amount of materials there. So that is relative to your situation and circumstance. You're in the middle of a freaking desert. Like, of course there's no water. So what you got to do at that point is probably move. But in retrospect, if you're somewhere else, let's say you're in the United States, okay? And you live in, I don't know, let's say Iowa, because that's where I'm at. And you're in the middle of, Iowa's a pretty big state. There's a lot of nothingness as far as like country and farms and things. You're out in the middle of the country, and you live in a country house, and you want more city life. Obviously, there's not an abundant amount of it, so you got to move somewhere where there's a city. But with that country land, you could build your own farm. You can, have your own resources to be able to manufacture food and, live a simple lifestyle if you want. So this is where it comes into where situation, circumstance, things like that, you may have to change it. But abundance is there if you look for it. So you just need to open your mind, feel it, and accept it. One of the ways to open your mind abundance and attract it into your life is through visualization. So I've talked about vision boards and how you put these things on a board and you attract them. This is where visualization comes in. It's a I don't want to say it's a type of meditation, but it can be very meditation-like. Basically what you do is you set yourself up to visualize something. So let's say you want to move to Spain, okay? You research things of Spain. You research coffee shops, well, they're called cafes, and you research the type of climate that they have and the sounds of a certain area you want to live. And what you do is you play those sounds, you have the smells going, you close your eyes, you listen to it, you smell it, you feel it, and you envision it in your mind. And you even can take walks. You can walk down the street. You can envision what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel, what the day is going to feel like, all of these different things, and you visualize it. Basically, you use your imagination to really dive into this. And so, after you've done that, another way you can help manifest abundance in your life is through repetitions of affirmations, which means you can take a positive statement and you can say it over and over and over and over to yourself to manifest it. So one of the ways you can do this is you can literally say every morning when you wake up, I am loved, or I am successful. Now, mind you, if you say I am successful or I am loved or any of these, and you just sit in your room all day, you're obviously not going to become those things, because it does require action on your part, but the affirmations boost you up to make you feel better to complete these actions. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, if I sit in my room all day and just chant, I am loved for 24 hours, someone's going to come love me, right? Well, not exactly. Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to say yes or no to that, but pretty sure I'm going to go towards the fact of you're probably not going to have somebody come knock on your door and be like, hey, I love you. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? So with that, let's get into some Q&A reflection time. So going through all of this information, have you ever heard of the abundance mindset? Have you heard it? If you have, are you using it or are you not using it? And why? So if you've heard of it and you're not using it, why aren't you using it? Is it because you think it's wishy-washy? Do you think it's not true? What makes you believe that? So why do you believe that way? And if you have heard it and you are using it, why do you use it? Does it make you feel better? Does it actually work? Like, can you testify to others that it actually works? And last but not least, what out of this information was most useful to you? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys liked it. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while because abundance is there. It's a real thing. A lot of people just don't accept it. And it's one of those free gifts that the universe gives you. Like, you don't have to do anything but accept it and be like, I am going to accept all of this abundance. It's literally a free gift. All you have to do is put your thoughts towards it, your mindset to it, and start accepting. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you next episode.